Hello everybody, welcome back as ever to World of Madness here with Dungeon Maker. And not dreadfully much, I've moved where the beacon is, so it is now actually positioned more or less at the floor of my usual mine, which means it is very easy now to get a whole ton of rock, so that makes it much easier to lay things out. And the iron mine has been beautified a smidge. Let me just see if I can stick the landing like a glove. So here we have Jess looking after the mine. I've left that emerald block there because I don't know if that's important or not, or it seems, at the very least, it seems like something worth keeping there, just to be like, yes, and this is the place where Lying discovered the thing, and yes. Just so it seems historic, I guess, with the phrase. Now, I have slabbed and stared the way down. Very, very mishmashy, very noisy. It's not the easiest of things to walk up and down, but I feel like that's kind of in keeping with the actual, like, purpose and function here. And obviously we've also got these struts made entirely out of logs. Way more durable, I guess, than the ones that you find in actual abandoned mine shafts. We've got a cave coming off the side here that I managed to hear by sheer basis of the fact that over here spreads into the ocean biome, and that also meant that a zombie spawned, so I was able to hear them through the walls. That was convenient. And yeah, the whole thing continues down here. We've got lanterns lighting everything up. Once again, this is inside of a mushroom biome now, so we don't actually have to worry about spawns. It's really just to... the lanterns are really more ambiance than anything else. And there's our miners working diligently. Yep, working very hard. Very nice. And we have some storage now. And I don't have a use for the red flowers that comes out of the mine. I don't know where we're finding red flowers in the mine, but apparently we are. But nonetheless, I thought it probably worth storing them just in case I ever have a massive pressing need for flowers or red, or like rose red dye or something. And, of course, over here, we have the iron piling up. Oh, it's lovely. It runs pretty nicely just, like, by sheer motion of proximity. And each redstone lamp here is, I think it's somewhere in the region of 59 stacks of storage. So, if we head on over here, we still have this little open piece. So, there is a water elevator that we just have all the items shoved into, same way that we do that basically everywhere else. And then it comes in for a hopper line. There is only one sorter because there's only really 2 items that should ever come out of this entire thing. So this is just filtering out all of the poppies, and then everything else goes down here, and here we see what it takes to get this storage silo working. These aren't necessarily dreadfully complicated. The hardest part really is just getting a signal out of this bottom chest. As we can see, there's a little bit of a workaround there. But everything else is just a block next to a hopper with a comparator on it, and it works beautifully. So I can pop up and I can pop down here whenever I'm in need of a little bit more iron for like 500 hoppers or whatever, and it'll just happily tell me, okay, yep, looks like there's definitely going to be enough for that, so I can just grab that out of the bottom chest, and it'll all sort quite nicely. But yeah, I do want to name probably all 4 of these guys, actually, and then I definitely want to give them, like, worker hats and such, just to make this place feel a bit more official. Obviously, there are limits to that. I could lift this water up the same way we did with our Golem Custodian, but I don't think there's much I can do to make these guys not be floating in midair. That's just sort of what I have to live with, I guess. But the rest of the place, like, we could build like a whole mining like situation down here, so we could have like an underground chapel. We could have an underground like bunk kind of area, just like. Mines in the olden days were, like, really busy, bustling kind of, almost communities underground. It was magnificent. Not that remotely pleasant or safe, but, you know, it was there, nonetheless. And our main job, given that we now have an abundance of iron and a very easy, readily available chunk of rock. Ow. Let me just clip my head on the way out. is that we are going to be laying out the remainder, or at least the majority, the main, I guess would be the phrase, of the roads around the entire island. So, without any further ado, we'll get to that. After that, though, we're going to be checking out the monuments, because I feel like that's been coming for a while. But anyways, catch you all after this funky little time lapse. Enjoy! Hell, that took a lot longer than anticipated, but we have gotten the vast majority, I believe, of the roads laid out. These are pretty much 100% stone for the time being. They will be getting decorated over time, but there is just so much of them, so that could be a little bit of a while. But we've got a road that leads quite happily over there and up towards where the church will be. Originally, my designs had it going up this way, but I realized that's not really a very wide kind of path to have. It was much cleaner for it to come up this way. And that will also be running past some housing along here and down here. And, of course, the road that goes down towards our little dock area, where we will eventually not be flooded with all of these chests, and they will actually be moved into storage and all sorts. But first I need to make sure that everyone has actual housing. And along here, nice little bay view, that sort of thing. And, I've got my wings on, I might as well just fly for this. There we go. So, bleep. And there we have the vast bulk of it. So we've got the main road coming along here that then diverges in two spots, because up here is going to be most of our academia, our scholars and such. It's where we're going to keep our XP farm. It's going to be where we keep our librarians. And there will be a road going around there, just tilting a little bit to the side, catching the cliff edge, but we also diverge off to the side here to go to the iron mine, and along here to have a nice sort of scenic overlook area of the majority of town. And going down, we can run through half of what used to be crops, but it's fine. That will be fixed up later, I promise. And on the right-hand side, I'm not sure what we have here, but on the left, obviously, it's going to be agricultural. And over down here, with the big loop around it, is going to be our market. So, managed to give that a decent chunk of space. I think that should be enough. Where we can have, like, fishermen and fletchers and other more niche kind of professions, I think, represented. Lots of houses, obviously, and over there we have, like, a nice little big tavern for temporary villager accommodation and maybe guests, that kind of thing. And over here, I didn't initially have a plan for what would be, but if you look around, you might notice that there's there's a change around here, which was that we used to be utterly inundated with foxes. We had somewhere in the region of like 30 plus foxes, and now I can find maybe 10 of them. That's of the ones that are named as well, and I was wondering where they all went, and honestly, I'm still not entirely certain. But after the last time-lapse, I couldn't find the Karen McLeave patron fox, so I used the replay file to find where she was last seen, and she was last seen sort of like over here, going out towards the water. So I swam out, managed to find her. Let's see if I can find exactly how far away she got. A bit further out than this. So I come all the way back, I grab this boat, I pick her up, and then I wonder, you know, maybe that's where all the other, like, 20-odd missing foxes have gone. So I just do a circuit around the island, and there's not a single threat to be seen, there's no oceanic hazard of any kind, there's no tridents coming from drown, there's no skeletons on a nearby island or anything. No, it's perfectly safe. And then behind me, I just hear panicked yip noises. And I turn around just in time to catch white particles. And no fox. So I've resolved that that area is going to become an official fox sanctuary area where they can be safe and sound and they can just play to their heart's content, do whatever they should like, and I won't have to worry about them finding some bizarre, strange, inexplicable edge case situation where they might demise. But that obviously is going to have to wait till next episode, I think, because there is one last thing that I want to do today, and that is going to be heading over to the ocean monument that's just over there, that's been there this whole season so far, and happens to have the second conduit that I actually set up, and that should be large enough area to affect the entire monument, meaning that if I'm over there, I shouldn't have to breathe at all. The conduit power should allow me to go through entirely without any kind of potion of water breathing, without having to worry every few moments about whether or not I'm about to run out of oxygen, or whether I should maybe consider if I'm going to be, like, needing to break through a few blocks or breathing. Like, I should be fine. So it should be the easiest ocean monument visit I've ever had, and I'm rather excited to try that out. So, just gonna grab a few things over here, and we'll settle off. And I am full of, like, a lot of, like, just farming supplies and dirt and all sorts right now, because I just had to pick up all of that stuff. Oh, hey. And I don't... we had mixed results with the rockets, but I think the rockets might be the way to go, because we want to go in there and want to fight. We want to find the Elder Guardians, basically. Like, long story short, we want to fight the Elder Guardians. Nope. How about here? Yeah, good. Okay. So much dirt. Oh boy, I guess that's what happens. So yeah, we'll bring along Headshot, which has Piercing 4 and Quick Charge 3 plus Mending, so that should be good. We could also bring along my Trident, although patreon.com/lying has slightly less damage than Slice, but it's also a ranged weapon, so there's that. So, I don't know, I think I'll bring it. That'll be my main thing. Not gonna be doing any, like, mining, I think, in there, so we'll just leave my pick and my shovel and whatnot, because we're going to be having a lot of issues with just straight up. Just make sure to separate those, because those ones will hurt if they detonate. We're going to have a lot of issues with just, like, mining fatigue, I expect. Stick that there. You go in here, and torches. Yeah, those will be useful. Well, my wings certainly won't be. So, blip. And I think that's all we need. Okay, so let's hop in the boat, and off we go. Boat that's claimed one life already, but will hopefully not be... Oh, there's a lot of them out there, isn't there? Okay. Well, the best place for us to fight them is indoors, so that's where we're going. Hopefully they'll be sufficiently distracted by... Oh, I forgot that we have to empty here. Okay, alright. Just gonna park. Boat, if you mind. Boat. Thank you. Okay, we do have conduit power. Huzzah. Which means I ain't gonna drown in here. Not gonna lose the slightest bit of air. Nice. Okay, so there's one. We saw there's one over there. There should be an access to that. Not hard to come by. Oh boy. Okay, right. This is gonna work. Nice. Come on, I gotcha. I went through you guys last time. Okay, so it's about 2 ranged shots. So I think we're gonna be okay. Now this place is a complete maze. I can see why we generally just prefer to just dig through it. Where's my... There we go. But not having to worry about air is really making it a lot more comfortable. And the fact that I can swim as well. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Could probably have just meleeed that guy, but yeah, it's fine. Nope, this is just a dead end. I'm already completely turned around, I think. But down here and to the right is the entryway. Yep, good. Let's see if we can just find one of the Elder Guardians, for that matter. Like, if we can find one, if we can find and down one using rockets, I'll be happy. Because I'm guessing if the regular Guardians are injured by fireworks, then the big one probably is as well. And this is literally the only route I have to go. Okay. Fine then. I can hear... I can hear and have been blessed, apparently, by a dolphin, which unfortunately makes it a lot harder to do anything but long-distance travel. Come on. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not taking damage when my ranged trident hits them. That could be quite a boon. Whip. Ow. Okay. That was a mild mistake. Because I have to have my rockets in my offhand in order to load them on my crossbow, if I right-click whilst I'm in range. Okay, so it's like 2 hits if we whack them normally. Well, 3 hits if we whack them normally. 2 hits if we use the range on our trident. Oh, I see one. Yep, did it again. I'm okay. Yeah, it's 2 hits if we use that. Okay, where's the big guy? And I'm pretty sure he's taking damage. Come on.
Good. How's my day going? My day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. It's been pretty chill. I won't lie. I woke up like 2 hours ago. Lying? Hey. 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 Hey, you okay? Hey. Hey, buddy? Yo. You doing okay?
Ancient sins. Ancient sins. That which is dead may yet live.
What?
Which is dead may yet live. Yeah. Hmm? Yep.
What? You okay?
Are you a monkey?
Listen, that's not when it's important right now. Are you okay?
I... I... okay. I went into an ocean monument,
Okay.
and I Did I kill someone? Or was I killed? Or was it both?
Okay, so you killed. I must have missed a lot while I was away. You killed someone? Are you admitting to murder?
I think it might have been closer to suicide. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm Jesus. I'm like I'm like nearly 2,000 blocks from where I last remember being.
Okay. Like
in the opposite direction, no less.
Okay. So
how did I end up here?
First of all, okay, hang on. So here's all I know. All I know is you came up onto my house chanting ancient sin, and then you saying you murdered someone, or someone committed suicide. I am confused. What the fuck is going on, Lying?
I mean, you're confused. I've apparently blacked out and traveled over 2 kilometers across an ocean. This isn't exactly great for me either.
Okay. I'm gonna probably regret asking. What can I do to help? Is there anything I could do to help?
Do you know which way spawn is?
Spawn is generally in that